edition of RV Tips and Trips. Today is January 11, Friday, so happy Friday to all of those who are still working. Meanwhile, I promised that I would do a video on how we get our internet while on the road. So, what we had been doing for a good long while was using our cell phones. We have Verizon, and they have, I think, the broadest network of anybody. We had Sprint, and good part of the Northwest area, it didn't work. So didn't want to be in that situation again. We experienced that a couple of years ago. So we switched over to Verizon, but you know, no service is perfect. We got the unlimited plan, actually beyond unlimited, which gives us unlimited data on the phone, and then if you create a hotspot with your phone, you have up to 15 gigabytes of high-speed internet, and then it's throttled back to 600 kilobytes, which is almost worthless. It's very difficult to stream any kind of video. We like to watch movies and that on Netflix and Hulu, and we also have Vudu. And 600 kilobytes, that stuff doesn't work. So 15 gigabytes, you go through real quick. So we had two lines, so it really gave us 30 gigabytes of high speed for the month. So about halfway through the month we would have no high speed left, and that was, you know, using it very conservatively. So now what we did is Verizon introduced a prepaid plan that is truly unlimited data with their jetpack. So we got it. We got the Eclipse jetpack, and I'll show that to you here in a minute. And it is totally unlimited data, no throttling back, which is a big relief. So now we can, I mean, if you want to watch TV all day long, you can now do it with this. So now that we got that, we will trim back our plans on our cell phones and go with the jetpack. We've had really good luck with it, and I've had speeds up to about 12, 15, actually sometimes 16 gigabytes, megabytes, I'm sorry, 15 megabytes a second on the download, which is really good, and some upload speeds of 10 to 12 megabytes per second. Like I said, the cool thing is there is absolutely no throttling back of the data, and if you have it at automatically pay each month, so they just debit your credit card, and then the plan is $65 a month plus tax. So it's money well spent. Of course, technology is not perfect, and you're going to hit weak signal areas, and in weak signal situations your data speeds are going to be slower. There's no way around that. So and then, you know, we travel a lot of national forests and stuff, and so you're not going to get a cell signal in all the places that we go. So there will be times where we just won't be able to use it. But so far we've been using it for about a month and a half, and we're getting 1080p resolution on our TV with it, and so far we've been loving it. So this is the Verizon jetpack, very small, and there's the plug for the power charger, which so this plugs into the AC, and this can charge it. We leave this plugged in most of the time. There is a battery in here, so you pry this off here, and then it exposes a battery. The battery, they say, holds the charge and can run this for about 10 hours. So we haven't really run on battery too much, because the only time we really watch TV is either using the inverter or the generator, or we're plugged in an RV park. Now, I got this at Best Buy. It was $49. Verizon was advertising it online for $49 as well, $49.99 with free shipping. So you can get it directly from Verizon. But for us, it was easier to go get it at Best Buy. I checked out Best Buy's website and they had it. So this works with 4G only. So it's not backwards compatible with 3G. So if you're in an area where it's only 3G service, then it's not going to work. So we power this up. We just press and hold the power button right here. And now it's booting up. Now, when it boots up, it looks for the strongest cell signal that it can find. There are different channels that it uses, and so the best signal, I think there's excuse me, I think there's 10 channels on here, and it will seek out the strongest signal. And like I said, it's 4G LTE. But for $50, man, you can't beat that, you know. So it's showing that here we got what, 4 bars of signal, which is really good. Now what you can do is, if you need to go into the settings on there, you go to my .jetpack, and you can access all the settings on there through your computer. So on the box that this comes with, it has the Wi-Fi name, which is a number and some letters, and the password for it. So connection is real simple. If you didn't want to set it up with the computer, you don't have to. You just turn it on. It latches onto the signal. You do register this online at Verizon. There's a SIM card inside here, and you give Verizon the SIM card number, and it'll ask you for your information, you know, your name and address and phone number. And once you register it online, this activates. There is also no activation fee associated with this, which is also pretty awesome. So you pay your $65 plus tax, and away you go. So it's $70 a month, unless you do the auto bill, which takes it down to $65 a month plus tax. Tax varies depending on the state that you use as the address, and for the phone number that it has a phone number just like your cell phone would. So once you get that activated, then you can connect your Roku to it. You just like you normally would when you're looking for a Wi-Fi signal. You would identify the jetpack. It will say ellipsis on it, and then the Wi-Fi name, which you can change it. I just left it at the default. So mine's like 30W something or other. And then I left the password alone too, just what it came with. It was easy enough to do. So you connect your device to it, put in the password on your device, and it connects. I mean, it's real simple. Now I run some tests as far as speeds. And first of all, they say on this jetpack that the speeds are sufficient for 1080p, not for HDX, you know, the 4K, but up to 1080p. So in order to get 1080p, you got to be like over 14 or 15 megabytes per second. So this typically, I've had signal up to about 15 or 16 gigabytes, but it's not guaranteed to stay at that speed. It does vary quite a bit depending on traffic at the cell sites. So this does use cell towers to connect for the data. But for the most part, I'm above 2 megabytes per second and above. In various areas it's going to change. So it's still very good speed for streaming video. 2 megabytes a second. You can still watch 720p without a problem. Before, when we were using our cell phones and they scaled back 600 kilobytes per second, which was pathetically slow, it became unbearable to even watch. And like I said, it's 15 gigabytes goes by real quick. So you can go through that in a matter of a few days if you don't manage your time watching TV shows and stuff. So Kathy likes to watch her movies and her TV shows quite a bit, and so we would go through the data real fast. But not with this. This has been great. I love it. So a inexpensive plan that with no throttling back. So I think this is the only plan that Verizon offers without any throttling back. As far as regular plans go, at this point in time, they don't offer true unlimited plans, not for a hotspot. So your jetpack is your best way to go. So for $50, it is older technology, but it's sufficient. There are other ones that you can get, but this one comes ready for the prepaid program. So no contracts, and you can quit at any time. If they do change things down the road as far as terms of service and stuff, you would be grandfathered in as long as you don't let the plan lapse. That's typically how Verizon has worked in the past. All right, well, that is it for today. I would highly recommend this. I think you can also find this on Amazon as well, and so Amazon, Best Buy, or directly from the Verizon website. I'll show you two ways to test the speeds with your jetpack, or actually with any other kind of Wi-Fi internet signal. So the one is an app on my phone, and I get different results all the time with that. And then the other way to test is if you got Voodoo on your Roku, you can go and test it on that. It'll run speed tests. So check it out. So if you don't have a app on your phone to be able to test the internet speeds, you can use Voodoo on your Roku. So you go into Voodoo, and then we go over into our settings, and then we go to playback quality, and then we go over and down to run test, and it takes about a minute for the test to run. And well, it would run a little faster if I hit start. And Now it's testing our internet speed right off our jetpack. It's showing still somewhere between 4.5 and 11.0 megabytes per second. Still testing. Alright, so it shows that we can run 1080p on the internet, and that we are getting pretty close to the 11 megabytes per second. So definitely good, strong speeds there with no throttling back, which is really super. So if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to put them in the comment section below. And don't forget to check out our Amazon links. Doesn't cost you anything. If you use our link to go onto Amazon, you can go anywhere within Amazon, buy anything else, and we get credit for it. So that's really awesome. So until next time, happy camping. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share. Until next time, happy camping.